Aucuba. This is one plant that can truly thrive in the shade, because the area I am at the moment is under, I'm almost like under a canopy, and look at how lush and green and healthy this Aucuba is looking. Indeed, it is a plant you want to get if you are looking to plant in a shady area of your property or your garden. I haven't quite seen this one before. The leaves are relatively different from what I used to know of Aucuba. They're larger, and the variegation, the dash or the splash of the yellow is not as much, but they're bigger. I'll show you what it is like in the common variety that probably you have seen. So that's a leaf, or some leaves from the popular ones. You can see that there's more of the yellow splash compared to the other one, which I'll show you. Those are the leaves from the one I've just seen before. Ever so slightly different, but in this particular shot, you can see them side by side, and you see the difference in the leaf. But nevertheless, they're both still good to grow in the canopy. So it's a very good one to consider if you're thinking of planting in a shady area of your garden. I think truly Aucuba is the king of plants that can do well or thrive under the shade. Just look at that, how lush and green this guy is. I tell you, it's under a complete shade. Not only is it directly under the shade, areas around it, I'll show you. See? Those are the areas around this guy, and it's giving us this lush, deep, glossy leaves. It's just incredible. That tells you that this is the habitat for it. It thrives under the shade. And this one is bringing out some fruits. I have Aucuba. Well, though my garden is partially shaded, it's not doing as well as this is. And I have seen a lot of times Aucuba in people's garden that's got a lot of, they're not as lush as this one is. So if you have an area that you want a plant that you won't have to bother and it will thrive there, that is very shaded, this is the plant for you. This is an Aucuba I found on my morning walk here under the shade, but there's still a bit of sun. And look at the color, not the same as the one that is perfectly under the shade. Yes, it's thriving, it's doing well, but the green is different. I have just been thinking that this Aucuba don't really like light, because the ones I'm seeing around the neighborhood, they look as if, well, they're pale, and sometimes the leaf looks as if it's been burnt. And I'll show you some examples. I can see both sides of this one. This side looks okay, but you can see the leaves and this burnt leaf. This side generally looks as if it's a bit shaded. The leaves are greener than the other side. So my thought is that the Aucuba needs a lot of, it prefers shade really. It's a true shade plant, because having walked through the neighborhood and seen a range of Aucubas in different situations and different level of light, it looks as if the ones that are in more shaded area are doing much better in terms of lushness, very green and healthier. And I can say the same for the ones in my garden. So I'm going to be showing you two. I actually have three in different locations, and so this may prove what I'm talking about. So here I've got one. This is one of the most light, the area of my garden that has most light. And let's see, this is the color of the Aucuba at this point, and you can see that some of it looks as if they're getting burnt, so they're not looking as good. And I'll go and see, I'll show you the other parts, the ones that have most. So this one is under the, it's a compost. It's not as tall, so it means the area is partly shaded, but being under the compost also means that it's not going to get as much light. as the one I showed earlier. So certainly it's looking like it's thriving better here with less shade. So that's my third one. But this one actually is more variegated, and it looks as if it's got more yellow even when I bought it, because it's under the pine tree here. There's a bit of light, but not as much as the one in front. So I think I'm going to stand with the fact that this plant is thrives better when there is. So it has taken me quite a bit of time to gather all the evidence. Like I said in another video, that I treat gardening a little bit more than a hobby, and I'm taking it very seriously and doing things as if I'm actually researching. I consider this bit of my property a laboratory where I investigate and do things. So Aucuba is one plant you want to grow if you have a lot of shade, and it will thrive well. So thank you for watching, and I hope to see you next time. And if you're looking for more other plants that are featured on this channel, you may want to see some of the ones that I've shown in the playlist and the one that is coming on the screen now. So see you next time. Bye.